Here we are with me, Range Rover, with another Tuesday Thunder review, this time at Dubai Automobile Club circuit with the GTR4s. We've chosen the Lotus this week because this is a tight and twisty circuit, only just about a minute for a lap, and you need something that's pretty agile because there's a lot of corners to take care of in here. So this is me in the green and yellow Lotus. I'm running mostly 0 on the traction control, occasionally I like 20%, and brake bias of about 55, which does make it a bit of a slidey boy at the back. So the cuts around here are pretty vicious, and we'll talk you through them when we do the slow motion. My comparison this week is to Bubble John's Dylan Angel, who's kindly shared a replay with me with the Lotus. So what you're going to see is Bubble John's in black on the bottom pane and me in the green and yellow Lotus in the top right of your screen. So as we're coming down the main straight here, you start to brake about the 100 board. These cars do have ABS, although I trim mine down to about 95% because I've felt it a bit better at that. So you can see that Dylan's on the brakes a little bit earlier than I am, puts an armful more lock on than I do, but the difference is I throw it into second and that gets the back to rotate some more, and I've pulled in tighter to the apex on that particular corner. Pinned, but the back end wants to come out on me, so I'm having to give it some correction. Still pinned. And we're neck and neck as we come round here. So on this next left-hander, you want to be as far right as you dare before you get a cut. Get yourself as much angle as you can for the corner. Onto the anchors. Try and get her to turn in. You can see I'm in full-on drift at this point. Dylan's got quite a bit more lock on than I have. But we're both on the gas at about the same time, and this right hand curb you can be much more generous about going across, and you must, because the cut on the left hand side here is tremendous. You breathe near that wrong and you will get a cut and you will be infuriated. Ask me how I know. So coming along here, anchors on at that where it changes colour on the strip on the floor. Throw her in. You can be pretty generous on this corner. You can take quite a lot of it on this curb. It's pretty flat, and we both do, as you can see. These next two though, you don't keep your wheels on the outside of that white line and you're gonna get a cut. You see I'm on the anchor here trying to come to the right hand side of this corner to cut back in for the next left after it. This section is, you need to be working your way out of this complex of corners. Dylan's got a lot more lock on than I am, but I'm on the gas here trying to get her to rotate. She doesn't want to. And you see Dylan's got himself a lot more angle for this corner, but I'm a bit more brutal with this curb. Take a good chunk more of it, although he's got a lot more lock on than I have. Characteristic of a lot of the fast guys on Raceroom, they use a lot more lock than I do. And you see we're very tight to a cut here on this curb, very close to it. You need to be careful because it's easy to get one there. And as we come along here, braking at about the 50 board, you see I take quite a bit less brake than Dylan does here. And this corner, following Damon's Ghost, can be taken a lot better than both me and Dylan are doing, and I think that's the secret to Damo's lap around here. And now we just got the drag race to the line. You see Dylan comes up at 104.2 versus me 104 dead, more or less. So now you've got me in the main pane with Dylan in the top right. So as we're coming down here, we're going to brake round about the 50 board. And as I said earlier, the difference for this corner is I come down into second, where Dylan stays in third, although he has an armful more lock on than I do. And here you can just see as I come into second, it makes the back end come in tight for that apex there. I'm able to get back on full on the throttle here earlier than Dylan, although I'm giving it a lot more corrections than he is around there. Not sure that'd be sustainable in a race. And again on this next left-hander, as far right as you can possibly get, and then you're really setting yourself up for a bit of a drift around this corner to get into the right position for the next right-hander. You see I'm pretty tight into that apex, and he's definitely drifting around there for me at the minute. Back on the gas, taking it quite shallow, back off the gas to get it to rotate, and then take this curb here pretty tight so you don't come out too far left on the curb there. Braking just about where it changes colour on the road, at least that's my marker. You can see Dylan's got a good bit more lock on than I have there. He carries more speed through that corner to the left. And he's still carrying more speed out of there, but I think we're about even now. And I'm trying to get out to the right hand side to get on the anchors to make a rotate into the left. So I'm probably slower at this point, but I'm able to get around and rotated. And thrown it into this right hand, come off the gas a bit to make it tighten the line. A good chunk of this curb. I reckon Dylan's ahead at this point. I had to come out of it just a tiny bit, just to make sure I stayed on that curb. Just I'm braking at about the 50 or so here. I think this really is the difference between our two laps, is this final corner in the end. I come a bit tighter on this line. He's gone into second. I've kept her in third. Yeah, that really has made the difference as that final corner. You can see I'm at 104, dead almost. He's at 104.2. I've been Ranger Rover with another run through for Oz and Z Sim Racing.